Hello everyone, we are Carson, the Irrigation Farming Team. I'm Ella Farrell.
I'm William Fielding.
I'm Christina Best.
I'm Danielle Embry-Clark.
And I'm Kyle Balzer.
And over the past week, we have had the pleasure of working with an irrigation farmer in Rurugogo in the Bauchi state of Nigeria named Muhammad Shehu. And Muhammad had three main business problems, so we created what we believe to be the most efficient, cost-effective, and innovative solution.
Anyway, Muhammad is a irrigation farmer from Rurugogo, Nigeria. He has 10 children who often help him on his farm when they aren't at school. He also has 3 employees to help him on his farm. And Muhammad's farm helps the community by providing fresh produce to the region. Muhammad sells his produce at a local market, which is a 20-minute bike ride from his farm. His main product is maize, but he also produces tomatoes, peppers, onions, and sweet potatoes. And the irrigation farm gets its water from a borehole through an electric pump.
Muhammad ran into common issues that came about with farming. One of the issues being that his tomatoes weren't ripening at the same time with each other, which doesn't help when trying to sell the product in bulk. Another problem he was having was he only had a limited amount of soil that he can use for growth because of the lack of nutrition in the soil. Along with the issues of the farm, he also needed a logo to represent his business.
Why this logo, you might ask? The makeup of our logos sprouted from Muhammad's wide selection of produce, including maize, tomatoes, mangoes, and bananas. Maize was our main component because that was Muhammad's main crop. Tomatoes were in our solution, and we used tomatoes. That was like Muhammad's biggest issue, so that was our main focus in our program.
Okay, so everybody take a look at this image. What do the mangoes and the bananas have in common? They are brown, correct? That is because of one key ingredient, ethylene gas. Ethylene gas is a natural ripening agent found in many of the fruits produced on Muhammad's farm. And it was our goal, due to his request, that a lot of his tomatoes were not ripening at the same time, and it was annoying for him because he couldn't bring them all to market at the same time because they'd be too hard to eat. So we developed the right way, the simple solution to this issue. In doing so, we created a box with chicken wire through the middle. It is small, accessible, innovative, and cheap to produce. Essentially, how it works is this. Into the lower chamber, fruit waste like banana peels, rotten tomatoes, anything he might have are loaded into. Then, unripe tomatoes are placed on top of the chicken wire. After that, the door is closed. For a few hours, depending on the volume, ethylene gases are released from the lower chamber and permeate into the upper chamber, thus softening the skin of the tomatoes. It is a practice that is based off of the old wife's tale or trick in the kitchen of putting an avocado in a bag to ripen it, and it has been tested many times and proven that it works. So we essentially created the solution. Not only does that ripen the tomatoes, but it also generates compost in the lower chamber as well, in order for him to refertilize his soil and fix the second problem that we adjusted to.
So our solution will not only help Muhammad soften his tomatoes, which will allow him to increase the number of viable fruits that he can sell at the market. It will also create a natural fertilizer that will help him enrich the nutrients in the soil. And we just want to say, as members of the Carson Irrigation Farming Team, thank you for this incredible opportunity to work with your business and ultimately transform the world.
Thank you.
Your solutions are feasible and pragmatic. And that is exactly what we're looking for. You cannot just give a solution that is going to be expensive or sophisticated. So I think this solution will go a long way in helping the business owner. And with that, you have a great presentation of your proposal. Thank you.
The name The Right Way is very cute. That's cool. I also love that you guys designed this yourselves. So near as I can tell, you figured out the chemical possibilities and said, okay, this is what he's got on hand. How can we make this work with materials that we've got the fruit, we've got the tomatoes that need to be ripened. Let's create something with materials that he has that will allow him to do this. So it's very practical, can be implemented, probably in a couple of hours solution. So that's great.
very professional, very rehearsed, smooth transitions, and I like, as Rebecca and Khalifa said, you took such a simple idea and it was so innovative at the same time. I mean, you used things that he probably has right now. We don't even need a grant for these sorts of things. He probably has this available, and it's going to transform the way that he does business. It's a fantastic idea, fantastic presentation.
Join the Global Young Innovators Initiative. Transform the world. www.icantransformtheworld.org